the mayor came to me and said to me, when he got back from his wanting to run to do something in national elections, and he realized it wasn't going to happen, he came back to New York. He came to me and said, John, I want you to help me get, I want to go for the third term, and I want you to help me get the nomination, and I want you to give your nomination back and influence the Republicans to give me the nomination. And he was going to spend, look, he was a good mayor for 8 years. And at that time I said, you know, I'm not an egomaniac. I'm not going to just, I wrote a very nice piece in the New York Post when I withdrew.
We don't come out of a background where we can buy a seat or buy, you know, as Mayor Bloomberg did, buy the mayorship of New York. I mean, if you look at how much he spent, he just wrote a check and bought it.
He was going to spend, look, he was a good mayor for 8 years. And at that time I said, you know, I'm not an egomaniac. I'm not going to just, I wrote a very nice piece in the New York Post when I withdrew that I wanted the city to run properly for the next 4 years, and that he had the experience and he had the ability to win, and I did that.
So given that you have supported the mayor and been good to him in the past, would you expect that if you do run, if you were to run, that he would support you?
Well, I don't know who the mayor is going to support.
So if Ray Kelly is in, are you in as well, or are you not in?
Ray is a very good friend. He's kept our city safe for the last 10 years. He's done a great job. You know, a combination of Ray Kelly and Mike Bloomberg controlling the finances gave confidence to the international community, to the national community, to make investments in New York. What you see in the last...
I'm hearing you're a fan of his, but tell me, if he's in, are you in?
I have said to Ray Kelly that if he wants the nod, then he should get the nod, because he's in first place in my...
So if we do the baseball analogy here, you're in the bullpen.
I've said I'm in the bullpen.
You're in the bullpen right now, and if Ray Kelly goes for it, then you're not going for it. But you still have to, you know, you still kind of have to start making some plans, because it's not like you can start a campaign on a dime.
Starting maybe even September, I might put together an exploratory team, like we did last time, and do whatever the necessary things are going to be. But if Ray Kelly decides to run, we'll turn it over to him.
Okay. Ray Kelly does have a little bit of an Achilles heel with the stop and frisk program.
Well, let's look at that. I'm not against stop and frisk. I think it should be modified a little bit. Don't forget, 88% of the people that get arrested are in bad neighborhoods, and 88% of the people that get killed by illegal guns are in the same neighborhoods. So what stop and frisk does is protect the people in those neighborhoods. So I don't know who's out there yelling and screaming, but the future mayor, like the Wall Street crowd, were mostly paid political operatives until the unions came in. Whoever is the future mayor cannot panic every time 12 people demonstrate. So I don't know who's out there yelling and screaming every time 12 people demonstrate. I'm not against stop and frisk every time 12 people demonstrate. And that is the biggest fault of any of our politicians. Panic.
And you say you wouldn't do that?
I don't panic.
You don't panic?
I'm not against stop and frisk.